Did you know 5 simple exercises can fix almost every mobility problem you're dealing with? So let's jump right in with our first exercise, hip airplanes. Now, you've probably never even heard of this movement, but physical therapists consider it one of the most effective exercises for hip mobility and stability. If you've got tight hips, lower back pain, or you feel stiff every time you try to bend over, this one exercise addresses all of it. Don't worry if you've never done it before, you can easily perform this right at home with no equipment at all. If you sit for long hours throughout the day, you'll definitely want to learn the correct way to do hip airplanes. So here's how you do it. Stand on one leg with a slight bend in your knee. Hinge forward at the hips while extending your other leg straight behind you, kind of like you're making a T shape with your body. Now here's the key part. While holding that hinged position, rotate your hips open toward the ceiling. Then rotate them closed toward the floor. Keep your standing legs stable and your core tight throughout the entire movement. Try to do about 5 to 8 rotations per side to start, and then gradually work yourself up to like 10 to 12. Trust me, if you've never done it before, it is not as easy as it looks. Your balance will be challenged and your hip will be working in ways it probably hasn't moved in years. So you're going to want to start off holding on to something sturdy like a wall or a chair until you build up that stability. What makes hip airplanes so powerful is that they work your hip through its full range of motion while also challenging your balance and core stability. Most people only move their hips forward and backward when they walk or sit, but your hip joint is designed to rotate in multiple directions. When you never use those rotational movements, the joint gets stiff and your body compensates by putting stress on your lower back instead. That's why so many people with tight hips also have chronic lower back problems. By doing hip airplanes regularly, you're essentially reminding your hip joint how it's supposed to move. You're lubricating the joint, strengthening the small stabilizer muscles around it, and teaching your body to move the way it was designed to move. After just a few weeks of doing this exercise, you'll notice that bending over feels easier, walking feels smoother, and that nagging lower back tightness starts to fade away. All right, now that we've opened up the hips with some rotational movement, it's time to shift the focus to a position that restores mobility throughout your entire lower body. The deep squat hold with arm reach takes the traditional resting squat and adds an upper body component that opens up your thoracic spine and shoulders at the same time. Now, this exercise is great for improving hip mobility, ankle flexibility, and upper back rotation all at once. These are some commonly overlooked areas of the body when people are putting together a stretching routine. By targeting the hips, ankles, and thoracic spine simultaneously, it helps to restore the natural movement patterns your body has lost from years of sitting in chairs and hunching over screens. If getting down to the ground feels like a challenge or you've experienced tightness when trying to squat, the deep squat hold with arm reach is a must-have in your routine to make you feel younger and more mobile. So let me show you how to do it. Start by standing with your feet about shoulder width apart and your toes pointed slightly outward. Slowly lower yourself down into a deep squat position, keeping your heels flat on the ground and your chest as upright as possible. If you can't get all the way down yet, that's okay. Go as low as you can while maintaining good form. Once you're in the bottom position, place one hand on the ground for support. Now take your other arm and reach it up toward the ceiling, rotating your upper back as you follow your hand with your eyes. Hold that rotation for a breath, then bring your arm back down and switch sides. Do about 5 reaches per side while staying in that squat position. If maintaining your balance is a challenge, just hold on to a sturdy object like a countertop or a door frame for extra stability. Keep your heels down throughout the entire exercise. Avoid rising onto your toes, as that will put unnecessary strain on your knees and reduce the effectiveness of the movement. After just a couple minutes of this exercise, you're going to feel your hips, ankles, and upper back start to really open up. But if this exercise is too challenging for you at first, you can try elevating your heels on a small plate or a folded towel to make getting into the deep squat easier. I'm pretty sure you're going to be looking forward to the 5th exercise, because it's one that dramatically improves how your hips rotate in both directions. It's especially helpful for anyone who feels stiff when getting up off the floor, but more on that coming up. Right now, we're at the couch stretch. This is simple but incredibly effective. At first glance, it may look like just a basic lunge stretch, but this movement provides one of the deepest and most effective stretches for your hip flexors and quadriceps that you can possibly do. It specifically targets the muscles that get chronically shortened from sitting all day. Now, this exercise isn't just about feeling a good stretch, it's about functionality. Your hip flexors attach directly to your lower spine, and when they're tight, they pull your pelvis forward and create that excessive arch in your lower back that leads to chronic pain. The couch stretch not only releases that tightness, but it also helps restore your pelvis to its natural position, which takes pressure off your lower back and allows you to stand and walk with better posture. So to perform this exercise, find a couch, a chair, or even just a wall. Get into a lunge position with your back knee on the ground and the top of your back foot pressed against the couch or wall behind you. Your front foot should be flat on the ground with your knee at about a 90-degree angle. Now here's where most people make a mistake. They let their lower back arch and their hips tip forward. Instead, tuck your tailbone under and squeeze your glute on the back leg side. You should feel an intense stretch in the front of your hip and your quad. Imagine that there's a string pulling you up from the top of your head to help maintain a straight spine. Hold this position for about 30 to 60 seconds per side. As you grow more flexible, you can increase the intensity by bringing your torso more upright or by gently pressing your hips forward. Focus on slow, deep breathing to help your muscles release and relax into the stretch. Now, if you're someone who deals with chronic back pain, stiff hips, or joints that ache every time you move, I want to tell you about something that can help. Doing these 5 exercises is great, but if you want a complete day-by-day program that restores your mobility from head to toe, that's exactly why I created Reboot Your Body. It's a simple, step-by-step 30-day program designed to help you move pain-free again so you can get down on the floor with your kids or grandkids, get up without wincing, and actually enjoy being active instead of dreading it. The link is in the description below if you want to check it out. Now that we've focused on releasing the hip flexors, let's shift gears and dive into a movement that restores mobility to your upper back. Thoracic spine open books are one of the most effective exercises for improving rotational mobility in your mid-back, and it's an area that most people completely ignore. Your thoracic spine is the section of your back between your neck and your lower back. It's designed to rotate and move freely, but due to modern lifestyles with long hours hunched over computers and phones, this area becomes stiff and locked up. When your thoracic spine can't rotate properly, your body compensates by over-rotating at your lower back and your neck instead, which leads to pain in both places. This exercise not only restores that lost rotation, but it also opens up your chest and shoulders. It's particularly helpful for anyone who feels tightness between their shoulder blades, has rounded shoulders, or experiences neck stiffness. Look, if you've ever tried to look over your shoulder while driving and felt like your whole upper body had to turn with you, this movement right here is essential for regaining that natural rotation. It's also going to transfer over to sports like golf, tennis, or pickleball, and make your swing feel so much smoother and more powerful. Now, I know it looks easy, but I suggest paying close attention to the form. You're going to want to lie on your side with your knees bent at about 90 degrees and stacked on top of each other. Extend both arms straight out in front of you, palms together. Now slowly lift your top arm and rotate it open, following your hand with your eyes as your arm travels in an arc toward the floor behind you. Keep your knees pressed together and stacked throughout the movement. Your goal is to get your top arm and shoulder blade to touch the floor while your knees stay completely still. Hold that open position for a breath or two, feeling the stretch across your chest and the rotation in your mid-back. Then slowly bring your arm back to the starting position. Aim to do about 8 to 10 repetitions per side, and then gradually increase as your mobility improves over time. If your knees keep wanting to separate, you can put a pillow or a yoga block between them to help maintain that stable base. Avoid rushing through this motion. Focus on slow, deliberate movements in order to maximize the stretch and improve mobility. The key is to let your thoracic spine do the rotating, not your lower back. If you feel this stretch mostly in your lower back, you're probably letting your hips roll open too much. Keep those knees stacked and focus the rotation in your mid-back. When most people try to improve their mobility, they often forget that their hips need to move in multiple directions, not just forward and back. That's why I saved 90-90 hip switches for last. This exercise is a highly effective movement that targets both your internal and external hip rotation, which are two of the most commonly restricted ranges of motion in the human body. This is a simple yet very powerful way to improve your hip flexibility, reduce tension in your lower back, and increase your ability to move freely on the ground. These are all things that lead to living a better life with less pain and more independence as you age. So if you struggle to sit cross-legged on the floor, have trouble getting down and up from the ground, or feel stiffness deep in your hips, this exercise is a must. Poor hip rotation from years of sitting in chairs leads to compensations throughout your entire body. 90-90 hip switches will help restore that rotation and make moving on the ground feel natural again. Follow closely how to do it. You're going to start by sitting on the floor with one leg in front of you and one leg behind you, both bent at 90-degree angles. Your front shin should be roughly parallel to your body, and your back shin should be roughly perpendicular to it. This is the 90-90 position, and for many people, just sitting in this position is a stretch. Now try to sit up tall with your chest lifted. If you can't keep your spine straight, that's a sign your hips are very tight and you may need to sit on a yoga block or a cushion to elevate yourself slightly. Once you're in position, hold for a few breaths and feel the stretch in both hips. Here's where the switch comes in. Lift your knees slightly off the ground and rotate both legs in the opposite direction, ending up in a mirrored 90-90 position with the other leg in front. Keep your torso facing forward as your legs rotate beneath you. Then switch back. That's one repetition. You're going to want to avoid using your hands to push yourself over. The goal is to use your hip muscles to control the rotation, focus on slow, controlled movements in order to build strength and mobility at the same time. If you want to challenge yourself, you can try holding each position for a few breaths before switching, or you can add a forward fold over your front shin to deepen the stretch. As you get more mobile, you can also try doing the switches without letting your hands touch the ground at all. All right, now's the time for me to show you how you can combine these exercises into a very quick and effective routine that you can do every single day. Up first, you're going to do hip airplanes for 2 sets of 8 repetitions per side. Start by holding onto something for balance and then progress to doing them freestanding. Then you're going to do the deep squat hold with arm reach for 2 sets of 5 reaches per side while holding the squat position. Then over to the couch stretch and you're going to hold for 30 to 60 seconds per side for 2 rounds. After that, we do thoracic spine open books for 2 sets of 10 repetitions per side. And finally, 90-90 hip switches, which you're going to do for 2 sets of 8 switches. As always, be sure to take your time and breathe through each movement. This isn't a workout where you're trying to rush or break a sweat. In total, this routine takes about 15 to 20 minutes and addresses mobility in your hips, lower back, and upper back. These are the 3 areas that cause the vast majority of stiffness and pain that people experience. This routine, consistently done daily or at least 4 to 5 times per week, will yield noticeable results within just a few weeks. You'll feel looser, move easier, and that constant stiffness you've been living with will start to fade away. The key is consistency. These exercises work, but only if you actually do them regularly. Share this video with a friend that you think would also find it to be helpful.